Yes, look at his shirt. Disgusting.
Why? Did you smell his body?
Yes, I know, right? Smell like a fish. Let's record.
Okay.
Hey
Oh
guys.
my god, look at
Hey. Working time. Why are you not working? You working time. What? Go back to your.
A few moments later.
Hey, stupid. Do this for me. Okay? Are you stupid or very, very stupid? I said do this for me today, okay? If you don't finish it by midnight, I will report about you to the boss. Okay?
So I will finish you just call me.
Hi, what are you doing?
Oh, hi. I'm doing my task. I have to finish this all of by today.
Oh, poor you. You must be so busy. Come, eat lunch with me. But you have to do me a favor.
What do you mean by a favor?
You know,
I don't understand.
you will know if you come with me.
I'm so sorry. I'm not interested. Sorry.
Please.
I have. My friend is calling me. I have to go. Sorry, boss. Hi. Long time no see. Oh my god, like you look so healthy. Oh my god. So like, how was your vacation?
It was fine.
Ooh, so I heard that you have a new girlfriend. So I want to know about your girlfriend. Is she pretty? Is she beautiful? Is she cute?
Yeah, she is.
So like, when are you planning to get married?
Soon?
Soon? Oh, come on, man. You have to do all of this faster. So, if you want any tips about marriage from me, you can just call me, okay? Just call me because I will give you a lot of tips.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So, like, I want to know, like, we are going to have a new prime minister. So I want to know, who do you choose? Barisan Nasional, PAS, PKP, PKR. Oh my god, I'm so stupid.
That's kind of personal, don't you think?
No, you can just tell me personally. I don't mind. Like, I support elephant. Yes. How about you? I think you should support elephant too. Because elephant.
You know what? I'd like to continue this on, but I have lunch with my
Lunch? Oh my god.
girlfriend.
Oh, it's already 12. Oh my god, I'm so stupid.
So I'm gonna eat.
Oh, like
You can talk with me.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Assalam and a very good evening to everyone here. Today, me and my fellow teammates are here to explain some of the scenes that is shown in this video. We have seen a lot in this video. It's about the problems that workers face in their daily lives. One of the three biggest problem is bullying, harassment, and unprofessional ethics. Now, I will pass to Farhan to explain about scene 1, which is bullying at workplace.
Okay, thank you, Ahmed. So now I will explain to you the scenario 1 that have been watched, which is the bullying scene. So bullying can be seen very common in a lot of places, especially in workplaces. Bullying can be in verbal or physical, and it is still count as bullying, such as in the video.
Okay, so yeah, in this video, how can we stop this bullying
Okay.
habit?
Okay, so how do you want to deal with a bully in workplaces? So the first one, if you have to set limits on what you tolerate from a bully. Okay, I will explain this point. Um, Firstly, you cannot say anything mean or nasty back to the bully because that is very meaningless commentary when you are talking to a bully. So what you have to do is tell the bully exactly how his behavior impact your work, and also tell to the bully what behavior that you will not put up in the future. And then the number two is you have to confront the bully with their own behavior. So what does this mean? If the bully is talking over you with complaints and criticisms, ask him a direct questions about what he recommends instead. So you put the bully on the spot instead of responding to the complaints and criticisms. So I will give a point like how can you help if your colleague get bullied? So whether the bully posts the same behavior with your coworkers, ask your coworkers to document the bully's behavior and anything they witness when the bully targets any coworkers. This will help you to build a stronger case for your organization to take any legal action. So it is the best to confront the behavior, but do not rule out the possibility of a lawsuit, especially if your employment is terminated or threatened by the bully. That is the points from me. Thank you. So next, I will ask Ifa, could you explain about scenario 2?
Okay, so I will explain about the scenario 2. So, harassment nowadays is very common in our workplaces. It is also it's also a very common case for women to be harassed by their work partner. But you need to bear in mind, harassment can also happen to men. Also, as we seen in the video, in this scene, the female worker is asking his partner a favor, even though he disliked it. She pushed it more for him to be with her.
Okay. How do you deal with harassment in workplace?
Okay, so now I will explain about how to deal with sexual harassment at the workplace. So the first one is you need to check your workplace policy. So your workplace policy might have a policy that sets out steps you can take. For example, a sexual harassment policy, an equal employment opportunity policy, or a complaints policy. You might have received a copy of these policies during induction. You might be able to access this on your employer's intranet, or they might be available through human resources. If not, or in addition, you might like to think about taking one of more of the steps below. The second one is you can talk to the other person. Depending on your relationship with the other person and the nature of the sexual harassment, you could try telling the person that their conduct is unwanted or makes you feel uncomfortable and ask them to stop. This might result in the behavior ending because sometimes people lack awareness about their actions until it is brought to their attention. So the last one is you can make a formal complaint at work. If talking to the person involved in the sexual harassment does not work, then you could make a formal complaint about the behavior within your workplace. If your workplace policy do not provide information on how to do this, it is best to put your complaint in writing and only provide it to a human resource officer or manager. So you should provide as much details as you can about the behavior, including who was involved, when it occurred, and who else might have seen or heard it. If you have documents or copies of documents that contain sexually harassing material, such as emails, pictures, or screenshots, this could be included. A formal complaint made to your workplace should result in an investigation of the matter. This would involve someone asking the person that has sexually harassed you to tell their side of events. They might also need to ask you more questions and gather further information from any witnesses. Once an investigation is complete, your employer must decide what to do, and this might include ending the engagement of the person who sexually harassed you, moving them to another location, or giving them a warning. So I think that's all on how to avoid sexual harassment at workplace. So now Amir will explain about the last scene.
Okay, thank you, Ifa. For me, unprofessional ethics is quite common in our daily lives. People tend to cross boundaries without them realizing it. It can make the place be uncomfortable to the workers to work in place. As we see here in the video, the worker kept on asking his friend some personal question. This made him uncomfortable to the point he wanted to run out of it.
So in your opinion, how to be professional at workplace?
In my opinion, you should 1. Follow company's policies and rules. Beyond legal compliance rules, a range of documents covers professional conduct at work. Example, a company's handbook and ethics code, induction path, disciplinary and grieving procedures. This clarifies a company's expectations on the employees and even third parties, detailing what behavior is and isn't acceptable and what will happen if rules are broken. The second, appearance, words, and deeds. Pay attention to how you look, what you say, and what you do. Comply with your firm's dress code, code of conduct, and code of ethics. Next is treat others with courtesy and respect. Be aware that your language behavior reflects on your company as a whole, for good or for bad. When interacting with colleagues and other stakeholders, listen to what they say. Be supportive of colleagues and avoid using profanities, offensive bullying, and discriminative language. Avoid office politics and gossip. Unfortunately, office politics are all too common here, especially if you live in a Malaysia company. When you start to climb to the corporate ladder, by removing yourself from any office gossip among your co-workers, you begin to establish the professional reputation you are looking for. Understand and follow your company culture. Your company will have a fundamental principle and value enshrined in its corporate culture and underpin everything it does. For example, acting honestly, treating people fairly, and being all of your business dealings and act as a company best interest at all times. Free compliance culture ebook. Be responsible employee. If you are concerned or evidence that colleagues are in breach of the law or your organization code of conduct, tell your manager or report it via the whistleblowing channel. Last and certainly not least, demonstrate a professional attitude. There are several ways that employees can show that you are a committed member to their team, including take your work seriously, stay fit for work, be reliable, embark feedback, show commitment to personal development, and last but not least, communicate professionally. I think that's all for me.
Okay, so I think that's all we can say. I hope people would realize the issue here. Remember, your workplace should not make you uneasy to do your work. It can cause major problems on the long run. On that note, we can dream that our workplace to be more friendly toward us. That's all we can say. Thank you and goodbye. Assalamualaikum.